Afternoon, Utah. I hope that you're having a marvelous Monday so far. Weather headlines include mild temperatures for today with temperatures slightly above average. Clouds will be increasing though, and that's ahead of our next system that'll be arriving later on today. And then after today, it's a rather seasonal stretch of weather will take us through the middle stages of the week. But since today is November 1st, I did want to reflect on October, where October was the 6th wettest on record in Salt Lake City, where we picked up just shy of 3.5 inches of rain, and that's well above the normal at 1.25. So definitely a good amount of rainfall. So hopefully we can continue to keep this momentum going. And again, we'll be able to keep that momentum going at least as we go throughout the next few days, as we're watching our next system approaching from the west. Got a little bit of light rain right along the Idaho and Utah line, but you see a lot more wet weather off to the west. And here's a better representation of that, looking at the bigger picture of things, because an upper level low pressure will be swinging in from the northwest, and this is mainly going to be impacting the central and the northern half of the state. More or less think the I-70 corridor and areas northward that we're going to see the wet weather. Meanwhile, around 9,000 feet and above, that's where we're going to see those snow accumulations. So the Uintas and the Cottonwoods likely going to get some snow accumulation out of this system. The snow level not going to be as low compared to recent systems that we've gotten used to in the month of October. But in the central and northern half of the state, we'll find more times of wet weather, and this is mainly going to be for tonight through the early half of tomorrow before that system moves away tomorrow afternoon. In the meantime, before the system arrives, we'll be looking at mostly cloudy skies across most spots in the state. BYU looking lovely so far this afternoon. Love how you still have the snow cap in the mountain off in the distance, but we'll see a daytime high of 64 degrees in Provo, 64 degrees in Salt Lake City, and the average high for this time of year in Salt Lake City, 58, so about 6 degrees above average this afternoon, even with the cloud coverage. 63 degrees in Cedar City, 74 degrees in St. George, 66 degrees in Lake Powell, and we'll go with a high of 59 degrees over in Wendover. Now we'll begin the future cast and time things out for you, so notice as we go throughout the early stages of the afternoon, if we're going to find wet weather, it's going to be in the extreme northern half of our area or in the northwestern half of the area. But as we go from this afternoon into the evening, the chance for wet weather will start to increase, and we'll be looking at a good chance for wet weather from the I-70 corridor and areas northward. As we move into the overnight, again, south of I-70, maybe in the higher terrain, we could find some isolated rain showers, but that's going to be the exception rather than the rule. Then by tomorrow afternoon, as that system continues to move down to the southeast, it's going to take the wet weather along with it. So maybe an isolated shower through around 3-4 o'clock. Then we'll be looking at mostly dry skies as we move into Wednesday. And then we'll also have some seasonal temperatures. But for St. George, you're looking at predominantly dry conditions, not only for this next system moving through, but over the next 7 days as well, with daytime highs predominantly staying in the middle 70s. Along the Wasatch Front, we get a chance late, but the best chance for wet weather will be tonight into tomorrow morning before we dry things out tomorrow afternoon. Then we'll be looking at seasonal weather for Tuesday into Wednesday. Then another system could bring some wet weather Thursday night into Friday morning before a seasonal and dry weekend.